Everybody, what's up? This is the one and only Bervin Jackson coming to you from the beautiful ATL. Toxic black mold survivor, hernia mesh survivor, type 2 diabetes survivor, herpes survivor, renal failure, liver failure, neck lump, uncontrollable bowel movements, frequent urinations, and everything that anybody could go through and still survived. So I just finished up my coffee enema cleansing today for the liver. Now understand this right here. I talked about parasites the other day. Okay, and you have to understand that because of the environment that we're in, the environment of evolution, that the body brings in about 200,000 parasites per day. 200,000. And there's no way in the world that the body can detoxify itself if you are eating 3 or more meals per day. Totally impossible for the body to detoxify a parasite or even kill one. And if you think about this, we have been trained from the time that you could eat at the table as a child. We were all trained to eat 3 or more times a day, which is nothing more but suicide, long-term death. See, getting exposed to mold was a way for the body and the Most High to teach me how to do things. That was the real reason. Because if I had not got exposed to mold, eventually I would have died early anyway. Okay, I would have. So it takes the body 24 hours. Hear me well, folks. It takes the human body 24 hours to break down one solid meal. And we have been trained to eat food based on a time frame. Breakfast in the morning, back again at lunch at 12, back again at dinner at 5 o'clock, 6 p.m. And then for you late nighters, you're probably eating 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. And if you party, then you are eating all day and all night. See? So eventually, when a serious condition or medical condition, when it hit you, because you've been trained in this world to focus on things like technology, okay? Technology, your career, but now you have to deal with this medical diagnosis. You have to deal with this mold, cancer, and you have not been trained anything on how to heal. And the first thing you do, as I did 15 years ago, you go out and you start buying all this stuff. Oregano oil, hemp oil, turpentine, cayenne pepper, and your house is filled with all of this stuff. But you have not been trained on how the body operates at all. You have not been trained on how the body functions and detoxify itself at all. And the parasites, they know this. Okay, they know it going in. In order to properly detoxify yourself, people, you're going to have to do some proper fasting. That's right, proper fasting. And that's what I teach over here. Not water fasting, not bone broth fasting, okay, but proper fasting. When to eat a solid meal, how to eat a solid meal, how to get the body to go into autophagy, where the body begins to eat the tumor, it begins to eat the cyst, it begins to eat the lump. The body begins to recycle old tissues and proteins and make it useful for the body. See, all of this came in 15 years of me trying to save my life from death. So we look at fungi, mold is really Mother Nature paying you a visit. And if you figure things out, you live. And if you don't, you die. This is not based on Christianity of the Holy Ghost. That doesn't even matter. Okay, the Holy Ghost don't matter at all over here, because number one, the most high, higher shy. Okay, he is not concerned about any type of Holy Ghost. Anything that has ghost attached to it is actually demonic. Okay, the Most High ain't concerned with that him shy he she ha ha he ha. No, no, you're not going to get well because you're speaking in tongues. Okay, in the Most High, and he says when you're doing that, when you're speaking in tongues, he actually says, what are you talking about? What are you saying? But that's for a different topic. Okay, the industry, the medical profession, they love the fact that you don't know how to fix yourself. They love the fact that you have been trained, you're going to be obedient, and you're going to eat 3 or more meals a day. There is no way in the world for a person to heal if you are feeding the parasite. And I said this yesterday. You cannot get well, people, if you are feeding the parasite. Okay? If you don't know how to properly fast, if you don't know. Because one thing about the parasite loves the idea that you are on a starvation diet, because you're not starving the parasite, you're starving yourself. Okay? All of this has been worked out in detail in my protocols. And if you go to my website, you will see that I'm breaking down, not in full detail, but I'm breaking down, okay, what you're getting in the protocol. There's phase 1, there's phase 2, and everything that we do over here, folks. We do everything for life. We don't do carnivore diets. We don't do vegan diets. We don't do the fruit diet. We don't do diets. Okay, we don't. We do eat high fiber meals. And if you go to my Instagram channel, you will see me posting things, okay, that we eat over here. Just go to my Instagram channel, subscribe, and you will see me posting food, the same food that you're going to eat every day. The same food, well, not everything, but the foods you're going to eat at a restaurant, at home, we eat the same foods. Okay, we eat 1 solid meal a day. Understand what I just said? I said we eat 1 solid meal daily, and we eat, or we consume, okay, multiple liquid foods. And everything that we eat and drink has fiber, has minerals, because fiber keeps you full. So again, we live on a lot of liquid foods, and we live on just 1 solid meal per day. And this is how the body operates. This is how the immune system, the good bacteria, they operate this way. And it keeps you out of that disease state and that parasitic state of death. And I am done talking, folks. So if you are one and you're ready to go ahead and start the protocol of life, the protocols of life, and you're trying to come to the ATL for the Jackson Therapy International hands-on experience, I am still one call. That's all. Do subscribe to my channels on Instagram. Visit my website at bervinj.com. And folks, I am done talking. It is now time for me to go eat me some good high fiber meals. Love you all.